All right, another episode of Mass Debate, guys. How you feeling?
Feeling good, sir. How we all?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm pretty fucking good.
Good. That's so enthusiastic, this guy.
He's almost too enthusiastic.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's welcome our friend Andy is back with us today.
Hey.
Yeah,
What's up, yo?
jury.
And, he's going to be helping out there, giving us a progress report. And I just wanted to bring up the fact that I'm going to get to go to Alaska finally.
No
Oh,
shit.
There you go.
My work is sending me on an Alaskan cruise.
That's
in June.
awesome. What
But,
line?
Oh, my favorite, Holland America. But hey, you know what they do? Apparently they do Alaska right, so I'm really hoping for it. I appreciate the opportunity, but I will say I do have to have a roommate, a gentleman I've never met before.
Okay.
And I was thrown in the mix last second. Like, normally they call you and they're like, hey, blah, blah, and this time they were like, hey, we got a guy we'd really love for him to be able to go, but we need another guy. And I was like, oh, okay.
So you're just like the
Not
one that's
you.
making it
Yeah.
happen.
The other
right.
guy. They're like,
Yeah.
But
we
the
need
other
a
guy's
fucking
the
warm
center of the
body.
They
attention.
weren't like, we really would love to have you. They were like, listen, this other guy can't go unless we get another guy to go. So can you do it? I was like, when do you need to know? They're like, an hour would be great. I said, shit, let me check
An
on
hour.
this. This is my girlfriend's birthday that week.
Oh, Jesus.
Luckily,
Wow.
she's very understanding.
Yowza.
And I will be back the day before her birthday, so I can still make the magic happen. It just won't have the vigor that I
It
usually
won't have
bring.
the, it won't have the week-long build-up beforehand.
No foreplay at all, Jed. You're right.
Well, who knows? You might be ready to pop at that point,
Yeah.
brother.
I mean,
Well, we'll see what this kid looks like, man. He
you're
might
coming
be,
off.
he
You're
might
gonna
be a
be
good-looking
you're gonna
guy.
be coming. Yeah, you're gonna be coming stuck a week with a strange man.
I
coming
heard he's
back.
got an accent.
Does he?
I'm a fool for that.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Lordy.
He might send me
Send you spinning, huh?
Send you,
Yeah.
to the captain's yacht.
Gonna have
Oh,
your
yeah,
tag
what's,
whatever
team.
that
what's
means.
your favorite accent, bub?
It depends, I'm a role play kind of guy, partner, so I can really roll with whatever they're delivering. Whether that's like, some island tropic kind of fun, or maybe there's like a German,
Oh.
yeah.
Main
Like crop
takeaway
or
is it doesn't
something?
have to be any
This is-
particular accent. It just has to be an accent.
I'm
It's just
just-
something different, Sometimes you want something a little
Oh.
outside the norm.
I'm really regretting that question now.
I mean, sometimes you throw a little sexy accent out there. That's fun.
Oh, yowza.
Yeah.
Well, as you can tell, folks, it's time to go hard. There you go. See? What a reaction. You guys are ready to go. I can see. Jed's filled to the brim with anticipation. So this week we've got the classic pairing of Jed versus the Beast Man, Kraig. My goodness. I can't tell if you're like
wow.
purring or snoring.
You're in trouble,
or...
Jed. The beast is out.
Deviated septum.
He's
would
got
be
the
my
apnea.
bet.
He's got the
Yeah.
apnea.
Right. He's got an accent too.
The
so that's
beast
good.
is out.
The
beast.
The juice is coming. All right, and as usual, our debaters do not know what they're going to be debating. We did determine beforehand that Kraig gets to choose between time and topic.
That's right, bro. That's
And
right.
just to know, the category is environmental programming.
Environmental programming. I don't even know what that exactly means.
Well, that's the point.
Means you're programming the environment. It's very straightforward, Craig.
I mean, is that like social programming for the environment, or is that like I'm programming the environment to do things like weather control balloons or some shit?
I think you're overthinking
But
it.
it could be like a nursing home.
Could be a nursing home. That's true.
You know,
Okay,
you're-
well, so now I got to choose time or topic.
Correct.
I'm gonna go topic.
You're going topic.
I feel strong that I know what the fuck this category is that I don't really understand. I really know
Okay.
what I'm doing.
So you are choosing time.
Yes. And I'm going to go last.
You're going to go last.
Okay.
All right. And so this is going to be red or blue.
Red or blue? Okay. And it's environmental programming, huh?
Yeah.
I gotta go with my boy Blue. You my boy Blue.
All right. You're going for blue. So you're going to be pro that we are living in a simulation.
Oh, that we're living in a simulation.
Right.
Okay.
And you that
we
we're
are
not.
going that we're not.
Right.
Easy.
All right.
Got it. Boom.
And Kraig, your minute and 30 seconds starts right now.
So here's the thing, folks. We all know there's feelings often that we get that things are just not right. They feel a little out of place. You maybe get a little bit of deja vu. Maybe you predict something that is about to happen and it happens. Well, I have a reason for that, and that is because We are actually living in a simulation, folks. We're living in somebody else's game, more or less. He's referring to the pills. We are the blue pillars, y'all. We are pillars of society.
Oh, yeah.
We are pillars of society. And, what you got to understand is that we're all programmed to do something. And it is to be a cog in the wheel, contribute to what society is, which is a complete simulation to create power for others. No better example than the contrast between Jedediah Kraig and Elon Musk. Just think about that for a second. The man who, lives by himself in an apartment and does a stupid show with, his fat, boring friends, or Elon Musk, the creator of the world, in many of the things that we are accomplishing right now. What do you think? What do you think?
All right. We're going to end that there. Riveting opening statement.
Quite good.
Jed, you're going to get to deliver your opening statement of 90 seconds starting now.
Now, listen, we all know that one person that thinks, oh, we live inside a simulation. We all know that one person, and we know him as the crazy guy down on the corner screaming at nothing. That's the guy that believes we live in a simulation. It's not the rational person who has all of their senses and wits about them that knows what's really going down. It's like we don't need to worry about, is this all fake or not? Just from the simple fact that who's going to take the time to actually program in someone like Kraig or Kirk or me? Nobody's ever going to do that. Nobody's going to have that twisted in an imagination to say, I'm going to make these three guys. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And I mean, look at all the other things. He's talking about deja vu and glitches. Dude, we're not in the Matrix, man. Have you ever seen anybody flying? Here, I got a spoon for you. Bend this for me real quick, can you? It's just not going to happen because we live in a real world. One that's made of laws and reason and substance and reality. It's not, dude. Simulation, that's crazy shit, man. That's crazy talk. It's not going to, no. You're never going to convince me that I'm not real, that I'm the figment of someone else's imagination that they programmed and just shit out their ass at some point. No, that's not what's going on here, man. We all have lives that are made of real events, real substance. It's not a simulation. Don't fool yourself. And you know what? I'm going to give my last, 6 seconds? I'm going to let it go and keep my tradition going.
All right. Even though that butted right up to the alarm. So, I mean, that was just good timing.
Well timed.
All right. That was riveting. But now we're going to go to the balls to the wall question and answer portion.
Oh, it's where it
Now,
gets heated.
each of you are going to get 3 minutes to kind of start a conversation so you can delve deeper into each other's argument and see what you can do there. Jed, since Kraig got to start with the opening statements, we're going to let you start your question and answer section. It's 3 minutes starting now.
Bring it, bitch.
So I just got to ask you first off, man. When did this delusion begin to take root in your mind? When did you decide, reality's not real, we're in a simulation?
I don't. I understand that it's not a delusion. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not a delusion that we live in some fucking made up world that somebody else programmed.
No, it's not a delusion that we live in some made up world. It's
Well,
it's the
let me
real
rephrase it
thing.
then. When did you start to believe that the world is a simulation? What was the modus, like the flower, the fucking initial conception of this thought? Where'd this come from?
When I am programmed every day to do the same things over and over again in contributing to society and my family and my health.
Now, if you were an intelligent designer, so to say,
Boom.
If you were an intelligent
Bitch.
designer, so to say, somebody that programmed everything, wouldn't you program in as like a safety to keep your bullshit fantasy rolling, that people would never even conceive of the idea that it could be a simulation?
Why do you think we're so divided?
Well, I think we're divided because we live in reality and real things are happening that real people disagree on.
Why are you answering my questions?
Why are you asking questions is the real question.
Boom, I got it. You just got to see that? I got him.
You got what? You got nothing. You got nothing. But tell me, I mean, so you say that deja vu this is what gives you the idea that it must be a simulation because you get a feeling.
It's an example.
What are some other examples? Well, I mean, give me some concrete examples that you think prove we don't live in a reality, but we live in somebody else's sim.
Well, just things like that. If you walk down the street and you feel like you've been there before, that's what's called deja vu.
Yeah, but that's just a
Jed.
feeling. That's just a feeling. Everybody has that feeling. I mean, that doesn't mean that you've been there. You
Exactly.
just get a
Everyone
feeling.
has that feeling. I mean, what does that explain? That explains
Now
that
you're asking
everyone
fucking
is...
questions again.
No,
Hold on a
well,
second.
that's
I've got
the whole
questions
point.
to ask you here.
I'm trying
Just
to
sit there.
answer your question.
Guy that asks
I'm
the
trying to
fucking
answer your
questions.
questions.
Guy that answers the fucking questions. Hold on a second.
Order.
All right. So, but you still haven't given me a concrete. I mean, have you seen somebody fly around like Neo in the fucking Matrix?
Nobody says that has nothing to do with it. That's childlike. What are you kidding? Nobody's flying around. That's ridiculous.
But, so, I mean, so you're basically saying that every experience I've ever had was because somebody decided ahead of time I was going to have that experience. That's what you're saying is going down here.
What? Repeat that again?
What do you mean repeat that? It was a clear question delivered in the English language.
I just wasn't paying attention, to be honest.
His Matrix was showing.
His Matrix was showing. So now, you got to give me some concrete shit. Like, what's something that's so out of the norm that you say, that right there, that proves we're in a simulation?
Oh, unfortunately, there's not enough time.
Because he fucking stonewalled.
I didn't
I mean,
stonewall shit.
you repeat that question?
I didn't. I wasn't paying attention. I zoned out a little bit. I'm kind of stoned right now. Sorry.
We shouldn't have let him have a stuffed animal to play with.
Yes. All right.
All right. Well, let's see. Maybe he'll decide to answer your question in his 3-minute balls to the wall Q&A session starting now.
So earlier, when you were referencing the Matrix, right? Do you recall
I do
referencing
recall, yes.
the Matrix? And you referenced me bending a spoon. Do you remember that?
I do.
And then what did you try to hand me? What did you try to hand me when you said that?
I was being figurative on radio, so I wasn't handing you anything.
So you handed me an imaginary spoon?
I
Is
sure
that what
did.
happened? So why would you do that when you're trying to prove that a simulation doesn't exist? Isn't that a simulation?
No, that's not a simulation.
That's not a simulation.
that's a
You
figurative-
simulated
A figurative
you
gesture is
simulated
completely
giving
different.
me a spoon.
And
You
to
didn't
me,
do that?
these figurative moments prove that since we can imagine within something, what we exist in is not imaginary. Because something in an imaginary
so
thing
then
would
why
not be
were
able
you
to imagine.
Why were you imagining?
I was making a point. I was just handing over something to
You were
demonstrate on
handing
radio.
over imaginary spoon. Well, here's the other thing, folks. I can bend a spoon.
You're getting too hung up on
It's
the spoon. my
not
friend.
really hard to do, guys. Simulation or not, I can bend a spoon.
Well, that's good for you. Can you ask a question?
The
is the real
question
thing.
is why would you use a simulation as an example that there is no simulation?
I think it's a perfect example because here I am simulating something. Did you see how fucking flaky and pathetic that
See,
simulation
that's the
was?
thing. You're
and you're trying to
putting
say
my-
that we live inside this flaky, pathetic thing. I don't believe that.
A flaky, pathetic spoon? That's not what I'm saying at all.
Well, you're the one that's fixated on the spoon, sir. I don't know what to tell you.
That's because you did a simulation to prove that my simulation is wrong. That makes no sense.
Well, you're the one trying to say that nothing is real. I'm the one that's saying it is real. I think the people are
Well,
going to
so
be on
then
my side.
if everything's real, why would you hand me a fake fucking spoon, bro?
Because it's on the radio. They can't see the spoon. So they don't know if it's there or not. So a figurative spoon in
well,
that situation serves just fine.
We
sir.
all witnessed. There are witnesses here. Was it an imaginary spoon, Andrew?
This is not the moment for the hung jury to be piping in. Thank you very much.
All right, we'll have him answer that in like 50-ish seconds or so.
Fair enough.
So-
are you going to ask a fucking question in
Yeah.
that time?
So do you know the answers to everything, Jeff?
no, I don't know the answer.
Do you know
to
why?
everything.
You know what happens? Why?
I'm only a human being.
Yeah.
I'm a flesh
So-
and blood, living, believing,
So do you
real
believe
fucking
in God?
human being.
Do you believe in God?
What about God?
Do you believe in God?
I mean, I did when I was young, but I mean, not really so much
So
now.
people believe in God, right? Isn't that kind of a simulation?
No, see, because God doesn't do flaky shit like that if he's
He
real.
doesn't?
He
He didn't
makes
create-
realities.
He didn't create the earth in 7 days?
Well, if you believe in the Bible, he did.
That seems kind of simulating in a sense. I
Okay,
think
but
anyone
y-
who believes a religion believes that we're in a simulation. There's a place called heaven, sir.
Yeah, most
and
people
hell.
don't believe in
And we
religion
all know
anymore.
where you're going.
You're trying to bring up the archaic superstitions.
All right. We're going to leave that there. My goodness. We should probably head over to our hung jury,
Oh.
Andrew Bateman. Andrew, what do you think so
That
far of
was-
this argument?
Dynamic in its delivery here. Quite a topic. The spurt of brilliance is definitely this spoon incident because I was thinking of this before Mr. Shawlin addressed it in his commentary. I had noticed that the spoon had been offered as an imaginary spoon without any pretext of this is
Right.
not a real spoon. He said, here's a spoon, bend it. But there
Right.
was no spoon.
Well, that was the thing. It was for our benefit. It was only for the people in this room, and we didn't require it. And it certainly didn't make a sound for the
No.
people at home to hear. So either it was for his own gratification or...
But
yeah,
I'll be honest.
I saw you light up when he made that argument. So
Yeah.
I can assure you that, yes, I knew that right away that he was going to give you the BPM spurt of brilliance.
Yeah.
Just from the sheer childlike joy on his face.
Well, it was
amazing.
just because I didn't even really know what to make of it when I saw it at first.
Right.
And Kraig helped put it in context for me that I
That you didn't imagine.
that I wasn't able to comprehend. Now I will say that this big blast that was laid down with the spoon, Jed countered it pretty well.
Yeah.
A simulation as trivial as that can be seen as such, and so I liked where he was going with this, and then the venture into theology and spirituality is interesting. So I'm curious to see how both of these two will try to wrap this up.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's find out. Kraig, you're going to get to do your 1 minute closing argument starting now.
So here's the thing, folks. I think most of us who have any brains whatsoever, understand that the world is a simulation. First of all, we don't, we're often say we have freedom, but we're tied down with a job and making money and hitting rent, and I got a car payment and all that stuff. And then that kind of eliminates that freedom. So therefore, you're in a simulation right there in itself. Right there in itself. That doesn't even bring to the fact that God created this simulation for us. And anyone of any religious nature understands that what we are here on this earth to do is to get to the next plane. That's the plan. So that's what this simulation is really all about. It's getting to the next level. It's getting to the next plane, which clearly a man like Jed does not understand, and he will never understand because he's a brainwashed piece of shit.
Wow. Took a turn there at the end, for sure. But Chad, we're going to see if you can give an equally stimulating argument.
What do you got there, bub?
Closing argument. 1 minute starts now.
Now, my opponent would want to appeal to your more metaphysical side and make everybody kind of question and doubt. And that's fine. Doubts are good. Doubts are the things that allow us to, keep ourselves in check and make sure that we're not making wildish, outlandish claims, as my opponent is. But we all know, trust your senses. You know that this world is one where things are real. They are happening. You can reach out. You can touch them.
Like Deja
you are
vu.
making your own decisions. You're crafting your own path through this life. You're not somebody that's slave to some programming and you do everything because it's the whim of some other person or some other consciousness. No, you do these things because it's your will. And your will exists.
Sir?
Because you are real and this is not a simulation. And what is a simulation? Simulations are fake copies of other things. So if we're in a simulation, we would be in a simulation of an identical world somewhere else, and I live in a world where no one's smart enough to make that kind of a simulation.
All right. We're going to have to end that there.
All I have to say is, boy, man, God, shit.
Oh,
Wow.
that's for the fish fans out there.
I guess. Yeah.
He was offered
You
to hit the
enjoyed
rock,
myself.
and he decided on
And he
it.
hit that rock.
He did. Hit it all
It was
day.
rock solid. That's why my argument was rock solid.
Well,
Clearly.
that was an interesting way to go with that, gentlemen. I can tell a lot of passion on both sides, but really, it's going to be up to the listeners to let us know what they think about who won that debate.
I won.
Well, then we're
I
gonna,
don't know, man. I think everybody's smart enough to know you're talking shit.
You don't know nothing. You got Jack, bub.
Whoa.
Jack.
Whoa, it's getting a little blue in here.
You never know.
I picked blue. That was
That's true.
Yeah.
You are a
that's
blue
kinda the
guy.
way I went,
My goodness. Well,
Always
folks,
with the fighting words.
oh, it's true. You're brash.
Those brash?
You're brash.
No.
And,
I'm even
a
keel.
little cheeky.
I'm even keel and calm and confident.
You got the confidence.
Calm, confident, and
it's-
even keel.
My grandma says arrogance.
Didn't he start?
You young punk.
He started this by barking and growling, if I believe.
That's true, actually.
The calm,
yeah.
even-keeled terrier is now just...
I've maintained
yeah.
my inner boost.
Well, I think you released a lot of that, and now you're feeling all, like, post-coital
Loosey-goosey.
about it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
A little spent.
I
you-
can't help
your
that.
soul
I'm-
took a big dump, and now you're light as a feather.
Hey, it takes a lot of energy to push such amazing arguments.
Well done. And again, folks, let us know in the comments who you think won. We appreciate you listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do all the fun things that you normally do on a podcast. And we will see you next time on Mass Debate. Yeah. Woo.